Hi guys, hope you've had a nice weekend and earned a few quid. Oh, sorry, wrong video, wrong video. This is just a quick one for setting up suspension on the s1000r. Quite simple because most of it's electronic. It's only basically the rider sag you need. So first, foremost, you need some static sag. So put the bike on the stand and just push the bike up. You can see there's movement, so the static sag. Then when you sit on the bike, that's called rider sag. Now that distance from there to there is the usable length of your fork leg. You can see my rider sag is set there, so it's about 15-20 mil off the bottom of the stanchion, which is spot on. Now this fork leg has got 120 mil backwards and forwards, quite simple on the S1000, and what you're looking at is about 30% rider sag. So the simplest way to do it, if you're on your own, is get a cable tie, shove the cable tie up to there, go and ride it, brake hard, accelerate hard, brake hard, accelerate hard, and what you're looking at is round about that position there. So your static sag is at the top there, so you can't top out. Your static sag for the bottom is there, so it can't bottom out. So you've got some leeway at the top and the bottom of that fork leg there, so you can use that fork leg length. So keep measuring it. So when you sit on from there to there, reduces by about 25 to 30 mil. Then that's where your setting is. So in simple terms, put your cable tie on, sit on the bike, put the bike back on the stand again. Let's say you're down to, say, there. So you measure that there, measure the difference between there, so you got 25 to 30 mil. So that's, you want some preload off. So you come up to the top, unscrew that, sit on again. Your cable tie may go down to there. Then either screw it in or screw it out again accordingly and take it out for a ride. What you're looking at is getting round about there like that. Once you've got it down to there, you're okay. That's basically it, and it's not much different for the back end. Again, you want some static sag, so put the bike on the stand, or just take the bike off the stand and you'll see the bike sink down. That means you've got some movement in the back. That's fine. Take a measurement from, say, I don't know, anywhere from there, just a datum point, down to somewhere like here. Again, you want 25 to 30 mil of sag. So get somebody to measure that. Let's say it's 560 mil. Keep adjusting that screw there, which is there. So if you want more preload, you want go in. If you want less preload, you come out. I've currently got about one turn on, that's all, because I'm only just over 70 kilo. So screw it in accordingly till you drop to, say, 530 mil. Then, you know, once you've sat on the bike, you've got 30 mil of travel between there and there on your suspension leg. That's basically it. It's so simple on this bike. The rest is taken care of on the dashboard, because what happens on the dashboard is set it to dynamic, and I haven't got the keys in at the minute so you can't see. Leave it in dynamic, whether you're in road dynamic or dynamic pro. If you fancy a little bit of a harsher ride, put the 2 helmets on. If you want it as pretty much standard, leave it with the 1 helmet on in dynamic, and that'll do you for most riding. Very, very, you know, brisk riding. Sometimes if I get on the dual carriageway and it's not a particularly twisty road, I might drop it into standard road mode. That'd be it. And 1 helmet, and then when I get a bit sporty, it goes up into dynamic or dynamic mode with 2 helmets on. But you do feel it through your arse a little bit. But that's basically it. Also, another thing, when I first picked this bike up, there was a lot of wobble at the front end on hard acceleration and over the speed limit. So a trick I've learned a good few years ago from bikes I've had riding abroad was make sure the fork legs are in the right position, as this wasn't. This was 2 divisions down and 1 3 divisions on the other side. Again, I'm a short horse rider, so I do always drop my front legs through by 10 or 15 mil. I've got these on 1 2 3. This is the third mark down. You can just see that. So the leg was out of kilter, and also it's a standard procedure. So every time you change the wheel or every time you remove the front wheel is to go through this procedure, which I do now, and I've never had any issues. So slacken your pinch bolts off both sides, just a couple of turns. Slacken your brakes off. You can even slacken your fender points off. Both these triple clamps, both sides, but leave the top ones tight. Then pick the bike up off the stand, grab the front brake, push down on the forks quite hard 4 5 6 times, let it settle back onto the stand, and then go around and tighten the corresponding bolts up again sequentially, and for the torque police the correct torque. Once you've done that, that eliminates all misalignment of forks, and once I'd done that, it virtually eliminated all the front end wobble. So hope that's slightly informative. Any questions, ask somebody else, ask Dave Moss or somebody.